I've lost a seismograph computer as well as one of our night vision surveillance camera computers. We've got equipment dropping like crazy up here.
But whatever equipment you can keep up and running, just stay with it.
Despite an exhaustive search, we found no evidence of what may have caused the orange lights or what could have set off the EMF detector. Our frigid investigation left us with a couple of hot leads. I intended to further analyze all of our evidence, including the soil sample from the hole where the EMF detector went crazy, and the sample from the hole with the mysterious track or drag mark coming in and out of it.
Whoa.
What's that?
Something just flipped out down here. You hear that?
Yeah, I heard that. It came about right on the other side of the water. It was loud. Be careful, man.
Oh, that's what that monk told us. He said that people vacated here because they just heard these weird noises over and over, which they thought was the death worm. I don't hear it now.
Well, we've had the seismograph go down, as well as our main monitoring station for all of our cameras that are placed out.
What's that a product of, the cold?
Yeah, I think the batteries are just freezing everything up.
Okay, well, obviously we've only this camera and one other one that haven't been just torn apart by the cold. So I think at this point we should break it down and look over the the soil samples and stuff is really the only thing that we can really analyze at this point. With 95% of our equipment failed, I think it's time we maybe find some nomads to let us shack up for the night with them.
We flew back to Los Angeles to meet with Carol Case, a researcher at Babcock & Sons Labs. By checking the pH levels of the samples, she would be able to conclude whether or not a highly acidic creature had burrowed through the ground that night. We sent you a base sample from just surrounding soil and then a couple of target samples for us that we were hoping would indicate a different level of pH or a different level of acidity. Is there any difference in the soil samples at all?
They were all basically about neutral, all 4 samples that we tested.
So no high levels of acidity anywhere in the soil?
No.
With the soil samples not acidic and yielding 0 organic matter from which to pull a DNA strand, we turned our attention to the seismograph readings and strange sounds coming from the first hole we found. Upon further review, we found no evidence that could even begin to build a case for the death worm. My team and I were ready to close the books. The dry soil and frigid temperatures of the Gobi Desert are too great a match for any worm. Locals here may have been seeing anything from a desert snake to the acid-spraying bombardier beetle. Or perhaps this is just a cautionary tale to scare nomadic children. Whatever the case may be, the vast dunes of Mongolia hold the remains of some of the most mysterious animals on Earth, still waiting to be discovered. And as for me, I had a flight to catch and another adventure waiting for me.